Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, we are diving into a movie that takes one of the internet's most iconic and unsettling phenomenons and brings it to the big screen. I'm talking about The Backrooms. Directed by Kane Parsons and produced by A24, the film stars Chiwetel Ejiofor and Renata Reigns. The story follows a therapist who is forced to venture into a dimension completely beyond our reality after one of her patients mysteriously disappears into it. She has to step into the unknown to save him, and things get incredibly weird. Now, if you don't know, The Backrooms originated as an internet lore on 4chan. It started with just a single image of these creepy, empty, yellow rooms, which sparked a massive phenomenon of people sharing stories about being trapped there. Then, Kane Parsons directed a wildly popular series of short films about it on YouTube. And now, he's getting the chance to be one of the youngest filmmakers ever to direct a theatrically released feature film. There's been a lot of talk about his age, and honestly, I think it's fantastic. The old industry rule that you have to be pushing 30 to get a shot like this just doesn't make sense anymore. I mean, M. Night Shyamalan exploded onto the scene with The Sixth Sense when he was 29, and back then, people couldn't believe someone that young was at the Oscars. Times are changing, and seeing a young filmmaker get the opportunity to express their vision on this scale is absolutely wonderful. Going into this, it was a completely fresh watch for me. I hadn't actually seen Kane's YouTube shorts, so while I knew the general vibe of The Backrooms, the execution here was entirely new to me, and it is exceptionally creepy. The movie does an incredible job of keeping you unsettled. The genius of The Backrooms is that when you're down there, there's this strange sense of nostalgia. It lulls you into a false state of euphoria, making you feel safe, like none of your real-world problems matter anymore. There are plenty of movies where a room or a building messes with your head. Think 1408 or The Shining, but this feels entirely unique. The architecture simply doesn't make sense. You'll see structures, piles of clothes, and furniture that just shouldn't be there. It's peak liminal space horror, and it is executed flawlessly. Kane clearly has a massive visual eye, and his director of photography, Jeremy Cox, did a magnificent job. But the actors are what ground this movie. Chiwetel Ejiofor is phenomenal. He perfectly captures a man who is slowly losing his mind. Even before he stumbles into this hidden maze in his furniture shop, you get the sense that he's a man living on the edge, just waiting for a push. What happens to him down there just breaks him. Renata Reigns is equally exceptional as his level-headed therapist. When she starts experiencing these anomalies for herself, you watch her entire foundation of science, psychology, and logic get completely thrown out the window. And I have to mention, the musical score? Absolutely fantastic and deeply unsettling. Now, I will warn you, this film is heavily open to interpretation. If you are the type of viewer who needs concrete answers, strict finality, and a neat little bow at the end to explain exactly what happened, you might walk away disappointed. The movie isn't really interested in answering every question, partly because it feels like they are building a larger world to explore in future films. It wants to activate your brain. It wants you to drive home feeling a little strange, maybe looking at that dark corner of your own house a little differently. It's also not packed with cheap jump scares. There are a couple of deeply effective, scary images that literally gave me goosebumps, but it relies much more on a lingering, eerie atmosphere. Overall, I am just incredibly inspired right now. We are finally entering an era where it is no longer weird for a YouTuber to get a massive theatrical release. From the Philippa brothers with Talk to Me to Markiplier's Iron Lung, and now this. It's forging a path for younger creators and proving that you don't need to hit a certain age for Hollywood to take your voice seriously. If you like your horror quiet, subliminal, and the kind that crawls under your skin and stays there, The Backrooms is going to be right up your alley. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the movie down in the comments. Make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button for more reviews, and I will see you in the next video.